What's up everyone, Lara here from testprepinsight.com, and today I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of the GMAT prep courses from Manhattan Prep and Princeton Review. It's been a couple of years since we last took a close look at these two courses, and after re-reviewing each program recently, I can tell you there's been some changes with how these programs work. So today we're going to take a fresh look at how the two compare, and I'll let you know which one I think is ultimately better. And by the way, I should mention up front here that since I'll just be focusing on the highlights in this video, if you ever find you need more detail at any point, always check out our full detailed written comparison on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight, Manhattan Prep versus Princeton Review GMAT. That's a quick way to find it. Okay, so to keep this video narrowly focused and helpful for you in the sense of directly comparing these two courses, I'm instead going to focus on the key areas where I see each company winning and having an advantage over the other, since I think that will ultimately be the most helpful. So keeping this in mind, let's start with Manhattan Prep. The first big highlight for Manhattan Prep is their video lessons. Simply put, Manhattan Prep's video lessons are the best in the entire GMAT prep space. And that's saying something because Princeton Reviews are pretty solid in their own right. But I like Manhattan Preps for multiple reasons. Not only do the Manhattan Prep videos have a higher production quality, but they also feature an instructor on screen, which I think really helps boost engagement and material retention. In contrast, the video lessons from Princeton Review are slightly outdated. They essentially just take the form of a PowerPoint slideshow with instructor voiceover. So all in all, if you're more of a visual learner, I think you'll really enjoy the Manhattan Prep video lessons. All right, so on the point of visual learners, I also give the second win to Manhattan Prep when it comes to live classes. Now, to be fair here, I have nothing bad to say about the live classes from Princeton Review. They're solid, but the reason I give Manhattan Prep the slight edge here is because they intentionally limit class sizes in order to boost personalized attention and active participation. It's a very effective format in my opinion. Plus, with Manhattan Prep's complete course, you get 27 hours of expert-led live instruction compared to just 18 hours with Princeton Review's core concept course. Win number 3 for Manhattan Prep. I'm a huge fan of their instructors. They are all 99th percentile scorers themselves, and I've undergone additional teacher training with Manhattan. But more importantly, they all do a really good job of using jokes and humor to make the video lessons and live class sessions fun and engaging. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like you're studying. They just do an awesome job of keeping the lessons light and playful. So definitely 2 thumbs up for that. All right, last up here, Manhattan Prep beats Princeton Review when it comes to practice tests. Manhattan offers students 6 full-length adaptive exams, while Princeton generally offers 4 mock exams for the analogous package. You're probably wondering why that's a big deal. It's only 2 more practice tests. And I know, but the truth is that studies have shown there is a strong correlation between number of practice tests taken and score improvement. So every practice test counts. Plus, with a slight edge, Manhattan Prep provides custom one-on-one pre- and post-exam assessments with an instructor to help you set a game plan. So overall, I give Manhattan Prep the win when it comes to mock exams. Okay, so now turning the tables, I actually have Princeton Review winning in 4 categories as well. And the first one is really important, pricing. So Princeton's self-paced course costs $800, whereas Manhattan Prep's analogous on-demand course currently costs about $850. And then comparing the two companies' flagship live class courses, Princeton's goes for about $999 and Manhattan Prep's costs about $1999. So all in all, you're looking at anywhere from $50 to $1,000 in savings total by opting to go with Princeton Review, which is a pretty decent chunk of change. With that said though, it's important to note that both companies are aggressive with deals and special promotions, and you can almost always find a discount on their courses, so be sure to check their codes. In fact, I'll do my best to keep the description below updated with the most current coupon codes I can find floating around out there. So give that text below the video screen a look before buying. You can usually save at least a few $100s with each company, so be sure to check that out. All right, next up, win number 2 is that Princeton Review provides some pretty nice bonus resources for students, including live office hours and email assistance from teachers. In my opinion, both of these features are a nice safety net to have in case you don't understand a particular concept or testing strategy, or you just get stuck on a practice problem. being able to quickly email a GMAT tutor or log into office hour sessions are definitely priceless. All right, win number 3 is Princeton Review's content access period. So when you purchase their Core Concepts GMAT course, you get 365 days of access, while Manhattan Prep's complete course comes with just 6 months of access. So if you plan on taking the GMAT multiple times, maybe you're a nervous test taker and you plan on treating your first try as sort of a trial run, or you're a working professional and you plan on studying over an extended period of time, then Princeton Review's Core Concepts course is going to be the better option for you. Okay, the final win for Princeton Review is their awesome score guarantees. So for their self-paced and Core Concepts courses, Princeton Review offers a higher score guarantee. So essentially score higher on the exam after taking the prep course or get your money back. But more importantly, they also offer a 645 plus course, which, as its name suggests, guarantees that you'll score at least 645 on the GMAT Focus, or you get your money back, which is a pretty solid threshold. Also, for reference, Manhattan Prep only offers a higher score guarantee like Princeton's promise on their base package. So if you're eyeing an elite score and admissions to a top-tier MBA program, then Princeton Review offers some nice course options to help you get there. But with that being said, these guarantees don't come cheap. For example, the company's 645 plus course is about $1,000 more than its flagship Core Concepts course. Plus, there's some fine print behind the guarantees that you should check out prior to purchasing. But still, it's pretty awesome if you're looking for some insurance. But anyway, that's really how the prep courses from both companies compare. So let's get to my final thoughts. But before we get to that, I should mention that since you're studying for the GMAT, every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we actually give away a prep course to one lucky person. It's super simple to enter, everyone's eligible. Just do the 3 things listed right here on the screen. It'll take you less than 10 seconds to enter, and hey, you never know, you could win a free prep course and save yourself some serious cash. Okay, so for the final verdict, should you go with Manhattan Prep or Princeton Review to help you study for the GMAT Focus? Well, honestly, it's a difficult decision between these two. And I don't think you can go wrong either way at the end of the day. However, ultimately, I think the decision really boils down to your budget and score target. I'd say if you're on a budget, then Princeton Review is the way to go, given the affordability of their self-paced course and their live class packages. Or if you're eyeing admission to a top 25 business school, Princeton Review is once again a fantastic option with their special 645 plus course. However, if you're more of a visual learner and you want small group live classes, or you want as many practice tests as possible, Manhattan Prep is the way to go. That's really what I recommend basing your decision off. Though if I had to pick one, I'd probably lean towards Manhattan Prep. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful and you learned a little something. See you next time.